Hey there guys, welcome back to AFC Game by Game. First and foremost, apologies that this video is coming a little bit later than I had hoped. Been a pretty busy week, I'm sure you can respect that. I'm sure it's been the exact same for you guys as well. But I'm here today to talk about Arsenal's trip to Vicarage Road this Saturday, the 5:30 PM kickoff, tomorrow evening in fact. A game that I'm really looking forward to. If you're an England fan, I say fan in inverted commas, watching England throughout these European World Cup qualifiers is, oh my god, it is like torture. It is really tedious. This is probably the dullest England team I've ever seen in my life, but we won't get into that. That's an entirely different topic. Let's talk about Arsenal tomorrow, a game I'm looking forward to, as I say. Really relieved to have the international break behind us. It's an Arsenal team that I think has got a great opportunity to continue this momentum that we've already built up going into this game. And we're still on a great run. Let's not forget we've won 7 out of our last games. Our fortunes have certainly turned following that humiliating defeat at Anfield. I do want to see a more convincing performance from Arsenal. We are keeping clean sheets at the back, but I do want to see a few more goals. I don't want us to be letting in so many chances as we have done in previous weeks. I mean, we were quite lucky at times against West Brom. Other games that have passed us by where we could have conceded, but good fortune has seen us keep a clean sheet. So I want Arsenal to look a lot more resilient at the back. Of course, we're not going to be helped with Mustafi being out of this game. I think that's going to be a big loss for us. It now puts us in a position where we've got to rush back Laurent Koscielny. And I think it's a time for Per Mertesacker to get back into the frame of things at Arsenal. He's our captain, of course, 33 years of age. He's not getting any younger, but I still think he's got a lot to offer this Arsenal team before he retires at the end of the season. For me, on that note of Per Mertesacker retiring, still, I think he's doing it a bit too young, 33 years old. I know he had his injury problems last season, but it seems young for a guy playing as a centre-half. When you look at John Terry, who's still playing at Aston Villa, I would have thought he'd have got a couple more years left in him, but apparently he wants to retire at Arsenal. I think he's got a great opportunity to nurture those younger players in the team, and hopefully we can build a great academy with Per Mertesacker leading it. But I think he's got a big role to play for Arsenal tomorrow afternoon, so I want to see him start at the heart of the three with Laurent Koscielny to his right and then Nacho Monreal to his left. I think that's a very solid back three. I don't think we'll miss Mustafi too much. I do sincerely hope that he's back for those games against Tottenham and Manchester City. I think we're going to need his energy, his pace in those games. I think that's the one thing Mertesacker lacks, but for this game I think we'll do okay. The midfield battle is going to be an interesting one. Watford have been playing some very good football this season. Don't let that Manchester City result fool you. Despite that absolute hammering they got, they've been playing some very good football, had some very esteemed results, and I think it's going to be a very tough game for us. I don't think we're going to have quite the same scoreline that Pep Guardiola's team had coming out of their away game at Vicarage Road. I think we're looking at maybe, I hope, a 2-0 win at best. I would like to see us score a few more goals. I don't think it's going to quite be the easy game that it was away from home last season. This is a newly formed Watford team under Silva. And I think they've been playing some very lucrative football, and a team that are going to cause us problems. A big test for Aaron Ramsey and Granit Xhaka in the midfield. I'm assuming those two will start this game unless we opt for El Nene or Coquelin, who's now returning from his injury. But I think it's going to definitely be Xhaka and Ramsey. They seem to have solidified themselves as the midfield two this season. Decore and Capu, two players that could definitely cause us problems in this game. Very good going forward. Very powerful, physically and technically good footballers. So I think they're going to cause us some problems. And let's not forget Watford are a side that are going to create chances, especially in front of their home fans. I think it's vital that we nullify them right from the start of this game, get into this game early, get an early goal. That'd be absolutely perfect, set the tone in this game, apply ourselves as the dominant side. I think it's going to be difficult, easier said than done, but Arsenal, that's the kind of resilience we want to see going into these games, and it should do. I mean, our away form has been pretty appalling this year, so it's vital that we get a good convincing win away from home. And I think Watford are a team that will at times let us play our football. They did it for Manchester City. City exploited them when they got their opening goal and then went on to run right. If we could do something similar, maybe we won't get the scoreline that City did, but if we can still go out there, prove a point and play the expansive football that we want to play, I think at times Watford are going to allow us to play that in this game. Now going forwards, you would hope that we might see a front three finally of Lacazette, Alexis and Mesut Ozil. Sadly, I can't see those three all starting. I definitely think it's going to be Lacazette leading the line, but the two in behind, that's where eyebrows are certainly going to be raised. I think we're going to see Mesut Ozil in there, but with Danny Welbeck coming back, I think it's going to be him ahead of Alexis Sanchez. Is that the option that I'd be preferencing? I mean, I haven't got a problem with it. I think we've played some very good football with Danny Welbeck in the side this season. He's definitely been one of our standout players, one of our top goal scorers in fact this season, so no problems at all with Welbeck starting. But for me, if he was I'd say 110% fit Jack Wilshere. I'd love to see him start in this game. I know that he's not going to, that's a fact. I think he'll be coming off the bench. I'd love to see him get some minutes in this match. But a physical, tough away game, I can't see him starting. But Mesut Ozil and Jack Wilshere playing behind Lacazette, that is mouth-watering for me. Those two, their creative prowess would be absolutely brilliant to see on display, but I think maybe that's something to wait for our next home game where we can play a little bit more expansively. As I say, Watford will let us do that, but I think it will just be in small batches, and we have to take advantage of those opportunities when we get them. So for me, the team in full, it will be Cech in goal, Hector Bellerin at right wing back, a back three of Laurent Koscielny, Per Mertesacker, and Nacho Monreal. Left wing back Kolasinac, unless he's got a slight injury which he knows he's recovering from. If that's the case, then I'd move Monreal up to left wing back and bring in Rob Holding, but then you kind of can't help but feel a little bit uneasy with the back three of Rob Holding, Per Mertesacker, and Laurent Koscielny. I mean, that's not the most convincing back three in the world, but maybe Callum James will come back into the fold of things. I think he's still recovering from an injury though, so I don't think we'll see him in there. The midfield two, Xhaka and Ramsey, and then ahead of them, Welbeck and Mesut Ozil, and then leading the line at Lacazette. Great options off the bench as well. We've got Jack Wilshere, we've got Olivier Giroud. Theo Walcott could be a good game for him. I want to see him get some minutes, put in a performance that I think Theo Walcott should be putting in. I want to see him put in a good performance at some point. I haven't seen a lot of him this season, and I don't want to go off on a tangent about Theo Walcott, but he's had a quiet season so far, and I really want to see him stamp his authority on this Arsenal team as a senior footballer, and as, you know, one of the players that could well be wearing the armband on more than one occasion for Arsenal this season. But yeah, that's a totally different topic. You know, a lot of tangents I could have gone off on in this video, but I won't. I'll spare you the grisly details. Anyway, guys, those are my brief thoughts going into the game tomorrow at Vicarage Road against Watford. My scoreline, my score prediction is going to be a 2-0 win for Arsenal. Let me know your score prediction in the comments box below. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed it. And as always, I'll be speaking to you very, very soon.